welcome back to the Summer Rose Court podcast. This week we're going to do something a little different. We have a very special guest who will introduce themselves first. Yes, I said first. Screw your order, King. This is everything. So, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, special guest, quote unquote.
All right. I like the quotes there. Hey, everybody. This is Cody Knight 22 here on everything. And basically, what I do is I have a series on YouTube called Cody Talks Fanfiction, and I talk about fanfiction on it. And I count this as fanfiction, so I did review it for an episode, and occasionally I like to interview people. So I was like, hey, would you guys mind sending over some people to my show for me to interview? And also, you guys were really low on the list because I knew that you had the podcast. I got turned down by so many people. I was like, whatever, I'll just ask them anyways. And they're like, no, we're not going to do it, but we will invite you onto there. So the TLDR version of this is I have nothing to do with Summer Rose Court, but I'm here anyways. So.
We were your last resort. You're like, nobody else wants me to interview them. I might as well go with these dorks.
You were
stuck with them.
You were third to last on the list.
Oh, that makes me feel a whole lot better. We're third to last.
At least we're not last.
He's not in last place. All right.
First is the worst, second is the best, third is the one with the treasure chest.
I always carry
Okay, I didn't know we were going back to first grade.
Dude, we're always in first grade.
Absolutely.
Okay, so
All right. Let's
let's
continue.
go on. Introductions.
Okay, I am Jajina. I'm an artist for Summer Rose Court, and it's great to be here again. And next.
Oh, that's me. I'm Marshall, and I'm also on the art team. I usually do concept art, but I've started doing backgrounds too.
So you're a Tumblr nerd?
Oh, Berserkit, like Berserk, but also Circ. Yeah.
Circuit.
Stuck trash.
Well, trash.
Okay.
Yes,
my name is
it's
Dom.
short. Marshall.
Sorry. My name is Dom. My Tumblr URL is Valkyrie Music, and I'm on the music team for Summer Rose Court.
Yeah, I'm Emmy, and my Tumblr URL is Ruby Rose with a W. And I'm on the writing team, and I'm currently working on the Weiss recruitment path.
Hell yeah. And hello, I'm Chrissy, Tumblr user Zextrin, and I'm also on the writing team. I'm currently in charge of the Blake recruitment path.
I'm Zumbra, Tumblr URL Zumbra. I'm on the programming team.
Wait, I'm next. Okay, I'm... Wow. Okay, I am King. I'm the podcast guy, the Photoshop guy, and I thought I had no concept of the name Marshall before this. I thought Marsh had named himself after the swamp.
This is my swamp.
Get off my swamp.
I was literally...
Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
Somebody once told me the world was gonna... I hate the
sharpest tool in the shed.
Look,
I'm holding out for a
Going to karaoke night.
It's gonna be a long day.
with the funnies.
All right. Okay. Hi, I'm Dory, Tumblr user Dogtit. I guess I kind of run the joint, maybe? Question marks. I do a lot. And
The AU.
I sorta, yeah.
You're our
I'm
mommy.
You're
I'm your what now?
You're our mother. Our parents.
Yeah, it's true.
my bottle.
That's my mother chicken noise. Mother hen, not mother chick. Wow, why would I say mother chicken? God, it's been a hot day. All right. Yes, mother hen jokes. Cluck cluck. Chicken.
This is it's quite possibly the best podcast we've had.
Don't we say that every podcast?
Yes.
Best podcast ever.
Well, we also generally have a bit more structure because we have topics to discuss that we are aware of beforehand. And this podcast, we're kind of going in blind because Cody was like, hey, I'm going to throw some questions at you. And we're not, to make it interesting, we don't know what the questions are beforehand. So we're going to, this is going to be our raw, unfiltered.
So
We're all gonna
God
die.
only knows what's about to happen.
You're right, I do.
Everybody,
Isn't that you, King?
everybody just sit back, put on your big person panties, and
Strap
in.
yourselves in. We
Strap
about to get
yourselves
tossed
in.
in the
Bumpy ride.
Maximum overdrive!
I knew I should have gotten the turbo.
Alright, I think this is as good a point as ever as to actually start the interview itself. So, since Cody is conducting it, why don't you take it away?
All right. So I have 10 questions, and
Not 3.
not 3. I do have 10 questions though. Went through and watched all of it, so I believe I got everything that you guys have covered in the past. Couldn't do anything story specific because you guys covered all of that in the past as well. And these are 10 great questions, so thank you guys so much for leaving me with the cream of the crop for this. But let's go around to a very basic question for this. What was the first Ruby fan fiction story that all of you guys remember reading? Because you're kind of in fan fiction, so let's do it this way.
Oh God.
Are we going to see our for this?
Oh, that was a brilliant laugh. Just like, I got chills, like legit. Alright, so he got the first CR, so talk, you stupid blubber.
Well, luckily, since I was first, so luckily, I think I've only ever actually sat down and read the entirety of one fanfiction. I have no idea why. I've just managed to only read one. And I cannot for the life of me remember who wrote it, but it was the little fried rice one where Nora ran up in the middle of the night to make her food. And then she, like, kissed his nose or something and they went back to bed. That's all I remember.
Aww.
Okay, this is about to get really, really interesting. My very first, I cut my baby tooth on one of Emmy's fics, actually. It was her fic Other Side that I actually cut my first baby tooth on Ruby Wise, because I didn't actually like look for any fic or whatever until after the very first episode. So, and I think Other Side was written like directly after Weiss's trailer, I want to say.
Yeah.
So, so I was like, or maybe it was after the second episode. It was something like that, because I was really feeling the White Rose, right? I was like, oh my god, I need to read as much as I can. So I like went all the way to the beginning of the Ruby AO3, and Other Side was just like, oh. So I was like, all right, time to read this, and I clicked it, and I read it, and I cried, and I was like, yay! And that was baby's first Ruby.
All right. I'm almost 100% sure the first Ruby fic I read was a smut fic by Chrissy.
I am so honored.
Chrissy, why?
No, genuinely, I am.
I mean, Chrissy just taking away fan fiction cherries.
That's what I do.
Who wasn't sure?
That's what I do. That's what I'm here for. It's how it goes. You know how it goes.
I don't even remember which one. It was one of them though.
It was one of them.
Implying multiple.
I honestly cannot remember the first, like, for real, first one I read. Geez. I'm really tempted to say it was either Haza the Raider wrote a little ficlet, I think. I asked them to write Weiss Yang with, Weiss secretly being an adrenaline junkie, and they wrote that. That's the first one I can recall. But if it wasn't that, then it was probably Machine Keys, the Bullet Rosettes. Because that's such a good fic. Holy crap.
Yeah.
that is like, oh my god.
We understand.
I'm sorry. If you haven't read it yet, you gotta.
Do it. Should we like link if we can?
Yeah, I was about to say.
All of the fanfiction that we've mentioned.
Does that mean linking every single Chrissy fic?
No, just the first. Just the first. So Emmy is.
Oh, okay. So.
Emmy.
So yeah, like I don't really remember the very, very first one that I read, but like I know like the one that I remember the most clearly was back when like I think it was right after Ren and Nora's character had been introduced, probably like episode 4. I remember it was written really close to like right after that. But there was this really like charming like story that somebody wrote I think their name on AO3 is Batty, and the title of the fic was Sleeping Arrangements, and I will drop a link to it in the chat.
Oh.
It is so cute. It is like precious, and like Nora is like a really hard character to write, I think, because she's so she's like really like stream of consciousness sort of thinker, I would assume. And so but I feel like they really captured her personality and like her and Ren's relationship, and it was really adorable, and just like it wasn't too much, but it was just enough to be like it's good, you know. This creepy noise is just like But it's really sweet and cute, and like if you ever just need like something to make you feel round and chocolatey inside, yeah, it's really cute.
I love this fic.
Freaking adorable, yeah. So that one is really great. I don't want to like spoil too much of it because I want people to actually go read it, but like
yeah, absolutely.
So
and
cute.
And if at all possible, for every fic that we do link, and it's an AO3 link, give a kudos, because kudos makes the world go round, and it makes the writers just smile, and it helps everybody go.
Absolutely.
Yay, shining.
I'm gonna second that, and also I went through my tag on my Tumblr that goes not mine, which is when I reblog other people's fanfictions, and the first Ruby fanfic I can find was actually Bullet Rosettes. So that might have been the very first one. So congratulations, Caro. I love you.
I'll say.
So back when, a long time ago, I don't remember, like maybe a year or so, Rooster Teeth was having this fundraising event for
Extra Life.
Extra Life, that was it. They were fundraising for a hospital, and they were going by donation amounts, and it's like, if you donate this many, we will do this thing. And one of the tiered prizes was they were going to read a Ruby fan fiction.
I remember that night so far.
Yeah. We were all sitting here huddled in the group Skype chat. We were just like watching the live stream and squealing to each other, oh my god, are we going to, this is going to happen, is this real? And they end up reading one of Chrissy's fan fictions. And
so you mean the night I died?
Yes.
The night I got 10,000 people on my blog, and I had like 30 or 40 messages in my inbox, and I was terrified
because who are you people?
Yeah, but sorry, go on, Zumbra.
No, that was all I was going to say.
That's it. Extra Life, fond memories.
Stories.
For the kids, man.
For the kids, too spooky.
Too spooky.
For the children.
Shout out to Rooster Teeth.
My gods.
Shout out to fanfiction.
That's
a pretty broad shout out.
Oh god. Somewhere in the space-time continuum, 12-year-old Dory about to click on her first Inuyasha fanfiction link. It's just
Door was open that night.
Oh my god, no, this is kind of like way too off topic, so I'll save it for like another day.
Nah, just do it.
I'm curious now.
Alright, I read a yaoi without actually knowing what it was. It was like
Dory.
And I was just like, what's this? Click.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, why are they touching their
Oh, boy.
and I was just like, oh, all right. And I clicked back, and it didn't hit me until like 5 years later what I had read, and I was like, no. What did I read?
My first experience with fanfiction, I think, was in the Final Fantasy VII fandom. Back in the day, there were still these, I don't know if they still do that, these shrines, websites to favorite characters.
God, artifacts.
Yeah, so they were I would go all the time to this Vincent Valentine shrine, I guess, and I would read this, epic length, ongoing story about Vincent Valentine falling in love with some, self-insert Mary Sue. And I thought it was the greatest story ever. I was like, wow! Look at all these characters that I love doing all these cool things. Oh, and another one, also, another Mary Sue / canon character was with Trigun. And I still actually think it was really well written. I wish I could find it, but yeah.
Oh god, Princess Tutu. No!
Yeah, in terms
That's
of
such my shit. Oh, just injects directly into my veins like heroin.
the
Feel
way the
that
drug
rush.
addict.
Just put it in my vein.
I still haven't finished Princess Tutu because I started watching it on Netflix and then Netflix took it off.
Oh, you need to watch
Why?
shit.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
How
Yeah,
dare
but anyway, have we all answered
Completely
the
off
first
topic.
question? Yeah.
Oh, that was everybody.
Gosh.
or like anyone who had an answer for it.
Oh, well, I mean, I
Etc.
guess my first Ruby fan fiction would be actually Summer Rose Court because I'm not one much for reading fan fiction. I don't know. I mean, I guess I count Summer Rose Court as the first, even though I just do art and make bad jokes.
Yeah,
But
you
it's
do.
like I don't even know the whole story to Summer Rose Court yet because it's not fully fleshed out to me. But it's I guess I could count Summer Rose Court as my first and only that I need in my life.
Wow, so
Thank
you're
you.
very monogamous.
That's not the word I would have used, but
A first and only. You're gonna hold on to us for the rest of your life, close to your
Uh-huh.
heart.
let's get married.
I will oversee this. I now pronounce you Lion and Quiznos. Like saying this because of their icon.
My icon is my persona, and then Tasha's is the Quiznos logo.
Yeah. I had to switch it up.
Furries.
Dom speak.
I'm trying. So being, I don't really read much fan fiction to be honest. But I remember my good friend Rise from Shadows, Haley, wrote this really cool. I'm a Bumblebee fangirl, as King and Tasha know.
Yeah.
I'm a
I
Bumble-
totally thought you were some other shipper. I can't really think of a ship right now.
Ladybug.
Ladybug
Dom
as
is
well,
the
but
biggest
the
ladybug.
Flower.
Monochrome.
Bumblebee
Ice
is my
flower!
Chris, that was spot on.
Bumblebee was my jam back in the day, and it still is. So I just went C fucking R in the chat. To my friends, but Rise from Shadows wrote this really cool thing where Yang was a vampire, and that was my that was probably my first fan fiction. That one, I can't remember the name of it. I'm really sorry, Haley, you can kill me.
I think
Leave
I
it be.
heard of that one. Like, I think I read a bit of it.
Just for all viewers of Cody Talks fan fiction, you should know that that story was actually covered in a prior episode of Cody Talks fan fiction.
Oh,
And
Oh,
if you
dang.
want to see that, go watch that episode. Whatever one that was, go watch it.
Messing with my Morgan Freeman.
Coincidentally, watch through all of Cody's videos in order to get to that
Of Crimson and Gold.
episode.
Yes.
mm-hmm.
Ah.
I can tell you right now, it's the Bumblebee episode. I don't give a crap if you watch all my videos.
Is this a paid ad?
Seriously
Yeah.
though, Cody, I really like your channel because your
Thank you.
voice is mega soothing and you talk about Ruby constantly. So
That's show
those
is
like
blood.
two things that I'm totally all about. So it's just like, yes, I need some background noise, and then I'll go and listen to it again if I'm like, wait, what did they actually say?
Hooray! The series that's actually coming to no longer going to be a weekly series
Yeah,
of Crimson and Gold. By the way, that story.
Yeah, that's it.
yeah, that was it.
Yay! Question
Oh,
one.
Crimson
Haley.
and Gold.
Such a great story.
Gold. Chrissy hasn't swore yet.
I know.
Shit.
Dom, you wanted me to say something Australian, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Type
Alright,
it down. Type it down, and I'll say the swear.
All right, give me a second. Yeah, as you can tell by my voice, I'm not American.
Yeah. What?
You're not?
Get out.
She continues to lie to us
Nah, mate.
constantly. It's like we're always like super surprised where all of a sudden this non-American just shows up in our American party. Like we didn't invite you to the Freedom Rally.
Oh, thanks.
Where's your American
Let me get my
flag?
drop bears out.
Ah! Drop bears still scare me. They haunt my dreams.
So, Dom, what is a drop bear?
Oh god.
Oh my god. Tasha. It's a male
Just Google it.
What, is it real?
Yes.
So while Dom is thinking of something suitably Australian for me to say, what is actually, has everyone gone and answered the first question?
I believe that was everybody. I said that
Bring
the
on
last time.
number 2.
Okay.
All right. For question number 2, episode 17 was the Bumblebee episode. So there you go. All
Oh,
right.
wait. King wants to say something before we go to the next question. King, go.
Make it quick, King.
I was gonna do a quick review. Dom is Australian and Emmy, my name is Wyatt.
Shut up. my god.
Thanks for that. Thanks for that valuable contribution.
Can we hang
I
out?
was trying to squeeze it in when we were kind of doing nothing, but then you
Best
had to
use of
start moving
CR
on.
Then we
2014.
actually had to get on track to do something. How? Oh god.
All right,
Okay,
moving on.
We
This is a
really
mess.
pick at King a lot, but he's our podcast person, so
Nah,
we.
fuck King.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow, I was about to get super.
High five,
Whoa.
Tosh.
Whoa, Tom. Whoa.
I can't say. Okay. Don't make me swear to say, and I can't say one of the words because it's
Aw.
on our list of no words. You can't say some of these,
Yeah.
but I will say something else. Okay, so
Girl, here we go.
mates, you fucking prick sucking ass face jack piece of shit! Don't touch me, kangaroo meat. You tit face drop bear.
Oh my god.
Never over kangaroo meat.
Oh my god. So
I
wait.
tried to be Australian, but then I started laughing.
You're still doing it.
Now
You
I'm going
sounded kind of Scottish there for a second.
I'm going to be Australian. I'm going to be fake Australian for the rest of the podcast.
Oh,
Want me to
God.
say it?
And I will be
Dom, say it.
All right. Mate, you fucking... Oh, sorry, I'm dyslexic. Mate, you fucking prick-sucking, shark-faced jack piece of shit. Don't touch me kangaroo meat, your tit-face drop bear.
Fight.
That was an experience.
You wrote it.
Yeah. I'm now a writer, guys.
Alright, question 2. King, you're in charge of thinking about something suitably adorable for Cody to say.
That's super, not suitably.
Whatever, I did suitably, suck my dick.
That was so rude.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I'm only a guest on here too, so I mean I can say whatever I want.
You out afterwards anyway.
No matter
Oh my
what, I'm going to be brutally executed after this,
Like
no matter what I do.
44 minutes in, and we've answered one whole question.
I'd like to remind everybody that I have 10 questions.
Some of that was, filler. But anyway, sorry, Cody. Go on to the next question.
So
I'd like
there's
to remind
three,
everybody that we are at 1 out of 10,
not 3.
not 3.
It might be 3.
And you know what? It very well could be. At the end
The
of the
rate we're
day.
going.
If we would all just stop laughing, like, I'm kidding.
Story
Laughter is
please.
best medicine. All right, where was I? I was on question 2. Right. All right. So this one is kind of more directed solely towards Dory, so I apologize to everybody else.
Okay.
But you can't answer it if you haven't answered this question. But what stories did you draw inspiration from for this particular project? It could be, if it applies to you in your field, feel free to add something in. Ruby doesn't count. If any of you say Ruby,
Ruby.
Ruby.
Ruby. Ah.
What stories inspired me? A lot of it is from straight up Dragon Age Origins.
Yes.
The two casts of Faunus is definitely heavily, like, anybody who's played Dragon Age Origins and knows
Yeah,
about City and Dalish elves
Yeah.
will definitely be able to be like, yeah, that I see what you did there.
It's an homage.
Yeah, there we go. I was about to say omelet.
And that's why I'm the lead writer and you're not.
This is so true. That is beyond true.
This is an omelet towards.
Omelette du fromage.
I would do
Crap,
that.
it rhymes.
Alright,
Oh, God.
other stories would include, I guess a little bit of Lord of the Rings. Just slightly, just in the adventuring kind of sense. Not necessarily Skyrim. For planes in particular, for different like locations that are going to be in the game, artistically and story-ishly, I guess Skyrim in FX 1. Shoot, this is a really hard question. I'm trying to think specifically. I guess just the high fantasy genre in general, it really affected Summer Rose Court. or inspired Summer Rose Court, I guess. There's no real one particular story that was like the whole shebang bang. Oh, I got it. The whole Lost Princess reclaiming her throne dealy was sort of inspired by Fable 3, because you play a prince or princess, and you gotta do a whole bunch of bullshit to become a king or a queen, and then you gotta make choices and spend money, and it's bullshit. I feel that, Emmy. Oh my god. Solidarity. Because Fable 3 was great, except for the fucking ending.
Never finished it.
Yeah.
Well,
Played it.
Don't.
you
It's not worth it.
don't.
Spare
Just,
yourself.
pretty much. Yeah, and that's me. That's my answer for that. A bunch of video games.
Because we're all
King.
mature adults here.
Had a thing.
King wrote a scene, so King definitely would qualify to answer for this. So,
Yeah,
or
definitely the
two,
writer.
several scenes. Yeah.
Okay, well, I can think of one. Well, like, of course, I'm gonna draw on all the random fantasy stories I've read, because the 2 scenes I wrote in Act 1 were primarily battle-oriented. So all the, like, the Inheritance saga, all the Inheritance, all the
So
Tamora Pierce books. I'm trying to gather my thoughts.
You're
Inheritance.
doing a shitty job.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Inheritance and Tortall sort of gave me the ideas on how to write battle scenes, and specifically with Tortall, the Tamora Pierce books, there was one particular scene where, I say one particular scene, people actually know this scene, the one in the desert fight, or not the desert fight, the Xiaolong camp. There is I believe there's still a narration where Ruby mentions that the torches are alternately lighting and throwing things into shadow. That was almost, in a way, that was taken almost directly from Squire by Tamora Pierce, where
AKA the best book.
Keldry, the main character, was noticing that the torch... the best book, yes. And that was, like, taken almost exactly from Squire, except in that scene there, it's just an army standing there and the torches are flickering around people instead of flickering around dead bodies.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But like, sometimes something sticks out so vividly that you kind of twist it around to fit something else that you know it would look good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah. King made it a little more hardcore because there's dead bodies everywhere. Ugh.
Oh god, that just I think of that scene and I just think about From's deliciously horrifying. Oh god, my sexuality, that CG.
Basically.
Slurping noises.
These noises are.
That's me making out with that CG. Sorry,
Me
Katie.
too.
Sorry, Katie.
But also, I would like to second. I had a feeling King was gonna say Tamora Pierce because we're both Tamora Pierce nerds. So I would have to say I also take a lot of inspiration from Tamora Pierce, especially just. And strangely enough, these little books I would read as a kid that were like fake diary entries by princesses.
I remember those.
Yeah, I know a lot of you will know what I'm talking about. Those were really great, and they like sparked my interests as a girl in like fantasy and history and princesses and queens. And I wanted to maybe think of something like that, but it's Ruby, the princess, and she's just a girl. She doesn't want to be the princess. She doesn't want to be the princess. She doesn't want this responsibility. She wants to live in the desert and be free with her sister and her family, her new family, after her family got brutally murdered in front of her. So
They got ate.
they got eaten. Her biological family. So yeah.
Of course, this kind of makes me. Oh wait, no. I'll wait. CR right here after Emmy says her piece. It kind of relates to this. Yeah. Go.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just saying.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, like I don't want to like say too much about like the scene that I already wrote because that wasn't part of the demo, so I don't want to like spoil anything. But like I think for like when I'm writing, like I draw a lot of inspiration from. Sound really nerdy, but like Princess Tutu because like it's just like the writing is so emotionally charged and like real, I think. So I try to like incorporate whenever I have a character that's thinking about like their inside thoughts and like their feely feels and stuff like that. Like I try to draw on. I think about like if I were inside the character's head, because I feel like that's how like the writers of Princess Tutu did. They like actually have like real like thoughts. It feels like it sounds kind of like but I mean they think real thoughts, duh. But like they think realistic thoughts too, and so I try to like have them like think about the things that are happening a lot, and then of course there's always still like a balance of like not going too much inside, but like at the same time I think it's really important to establish that the person you're writing is a person. So that's all that like I really try to think about, is like I try to like think about things that are like that will make them more human and livable.
I kind of sorry, I thought you were
No, I was saying I'm done, so you're good.
To add up with that whole kind of like getting inside the character's like brain space, a lot of my writing personally was, oh god, this is going to be really, really embarrassing to admit. And I only kind of noticed it pretty recently when I reread the series. There's a romance novel series by Cressley Cole, the Immortals After Dark series, and I've noticed that she's super affected the way I wrote, because she has a very it's very clear about what point of view she's taking with a character. Like, not necessarily the character is in first person, but really you get their like emotional reaction and their thoughts, and it's a very casual kind of a casual almost kind of way of how they of how she writes, and it was so good, and I really try to kind of put that stream of consciousness almost kind of shit. I don't know what kind of word to put here. But yes, words. Just put words here and substitute the proper one or whatever. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much. It's not necessarily inspired, more like that series. Oh, Chrissy.
Chrissy, why?
I'm sorry. I'm
Chrissy.
looking at my not my text. Bullet Rosettes was really the first fanfic in there, and it wasn't. The first fanfic I can see here, written by someone else about Ruby, is actually by Haza the Raider, and it's Enabler.
And no one was surprised.
Incestuous trash.
Time to go in the dumpster.
Get in there with you.
To the wall. To the trash where I belong.
Anyway, that's my final little doohickey. It's not necessarily the romance series that inspired anything to do with Summer Rose Court, but it did really influence my writing. So I'm just saying, if you ever really want to read really great stuff, just pick up Cressley Cole's Immortal After Dark series. It's really good. All right. We should probably move on.
Shout out to Immortals After Dark.
Don't look at me. I'm trash.
So, do I get the host thing again?
Yes.
All right. I would like to say before I move on to the next question. I actually recorded a Let's Play in Summer Rose Court that was scheduled to come out the day after episode 16 of Cody Talks Fan Fiction. Lost all the footage for it, so that didn't happen. But when I got to the Enabler part, my reaction was literally, I just saw it, and it was like, I always thought they were supposed to be married. I was just like, Zextrin.
That's what everybody does.
That was my audio. That was my
Literally.
audio for that part.
Literally, every Let's Play we've ever seen, they get to that part and they're just like, Chrissy! And then they click it anyway.
Yeah. The person's just literally just like, and into the trash I go.
Some people are like either like they're immediately for it or immediately against it, but either way they're like, Chrissy!
Okay, sorry, King.
All right. My favorite part about that is still that even in scenes that Chrissy didn't write, if there's even like one hint of enabler, they blame her.
I
Like
know.
It's true.
after the show. Sorry. Like, after the Xiaolong camp gets destroyed and Yang's just like, well, we're sisters. That sure as heck makes us family. So many people were still like, dang it, Chrissy, you enabler trash. And I'm just sitting there like, no, I'm the enabler trash.
What have
my
you
God.
done to this fandom?
Spoiler alert, we're all enabler trash.
It's true.
I was rereading, this is going to be kind of like off topic, and I'm going to hand over the host mic back to Cody super quick so we can ask the third question. But I was reading one of the recruitment routes that one of the writers has written, and there is a part, and I'm just like, oh, people are going to blame Chrissy for this, but Chrissy didn't write this. Joke's on you, nerds. Anyway,
The fact
it's
that
just
Chrissy has made a legacy for herself.
I just hope that all of your enabler or semi-enabler scenes are well written. Well written. Because if they're gonna blame me for the enabler, it better be good enabler.
Now I'm just imagining, like, down the line, Chrissy publishes a book and they start flipping through the book and they're like, wait a minute. Are you Zextrin? Are you the one who started Enabler? No.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
It was Kate.
Okay, Cody, come on, you next.
Yeah, Cody.
Question 3 out
So-
of 3.
I was right.
So, dropping down to 9 questions, because question number 3 may have been the first one reworded on accident. How do y'all deal with negative criticism?
Oh, okay.
Wow, we
Very,
get
very
so
poorly.
butthurt. We just kind of we get a criticism, and we're just like, well, it's time to quit everything.
Yeah.
And then somebody will be like, no, we can't just give up now. And then they go all anime on us, and we're just like, yeah.
Just saying that
That's my answer.
that's not true, by the way.
No, I'm just
We've
talking
reformed
shit.
this group at least 12 times.
Dumb head.
Yeah, so Amanda, I wrote the Vice theme. Yeah, I say Vice. I'm European. Everyone shut up.
Weird.
So
Okay, we're just judging you.
yeah, I mean,
Silent-
actually, when I wrote that theme, I got so much hate for it because people were like, "Oh my god, this isn't like Mirror Mirror at all. What the fuck is this shit?"
Oh
and
my
um,
God.
and basically, what I just say is, "Can you do any better?" This is what we do. It's very
minute.
hard to write. I guess Rise was. It's very hard to write for characters that have already been created because they all have their own certain traits and they have their own unique styles and they've all got their own personalities that we have not created. And so we have to kind of follow the rules with that. And writing music for something that's based off an actual thing which has amazing music is very, very difficult. So you have to, in a sense, respect that as well. And so when people say like, oh, this is shit, like, why do you even try? I said, can you do any better? I'm following a rule book here. So just shut up. That's
Nice.
my little input.
Well said.
Thank you.
Oh, I totally did not know that you actually got like stupid ass people who are like, oh, this isn't like Mirror Mirror at all. Yeah, because that's
Because we're trying not to get
That's
sued.
like Weiss.
That's the point.
Weiss's theme. I'm writing a song for Weiss.
Yeah.
That's her image song for the
Yeah.
show. This is
This
not
is
the
not the
show.
show.
Yeah.
It's not the show. Exactly.
So like I don't know, like mostly like nothing I've written has been in like public eye yet. So like I just sort of like hover in the chat and when I get a bunch of people or like whenever somebody like has a problem with like skin color, I'm just like and I vibrate for a little bit and then I go and I lay face down on the floor and moan and then I'm like, you know what? Nothing I can say to them will do anything. So I'm just gonna in the floor a little bit. And,
Disregard the haters.
yeah, just because if you spend too much time like spending your energy on the people that are gonna do nothing to like understand the situation that you're in, and like the fact that you're wanting to create something with your friends and stuff, and then you're not gonna have any energy left to like do the actual stuff. So it's better to just like work on like what you've got, and then like if someone's being really obnoxious though, like I always fantasize about like well screw you, boo boo boo, whatever, boo, and then I move on.
Dip your finger into their tears and lick it.
Like, I hope you grow crops with your tears.
Grow crops.
Oh my god, I even made a picture a while ago where Ozpin's sipping his coffee cup, and on his coffee cup I wrote "Your Tears." I need to share that. I need to send that to you guys so you can start using it.
It needs to be like a picture of Osmond with the coffee cup just sipping it, like, but that's none of my business.
I've seen that. There's actually exists.
Oh god, I need it in my
Beautiful.
life.
Oh, but King, you had CR.
Yes, go.
Yep.
Negative
And
criticism.
It's actually really funny because what I'm about to say I was going to bring up earlier, and then I said never mind. So it's kind of good that I said never mind since it's coming up now. It is the thing where when the demo came out and there were a couple people that were pointing out that at the end Ruby was like not emotional at all when everyone had died.
Yeah, I remember that.
And if you're listening to this, we've figured out something with that. I'm not going to tell you what, but we figured out something. But when I started seeing that, like, I think someone was telling me, I don't remember who, but I think someone was telling me not to worry about it that much. But, like, my writer's ego took a blow because I was like, oh, crap, you're right. That's something I probably should have done. And then I sort of just, like, made a little post explaining that, like, it's because I'm used to writing hardened warriors who have been doing this for 20 years, and it doesn't affect them anymore. And I forgot that I was writing a 17-year-old, or 17, 18, how old is she again? 17. Yeah. I was writing a 17-year-old girl who probably hasn't seen 500 people die before.
No, just her parents.
Just her
Parents.
No big deal.
That's probably why you guys told me not to worry about it. It's like she saw her parents die. You can't get much worse than that.
Actually,
Dom, I was just about to say that.
Gonna go ahead.
I beat you to it.
Dom said in the chat, Ruby's parents are dead, so she's Batman.
I quietly said Harry Potter.
I taking where King left off. I'm pretty sure it was me who told you not to worry. And in general, I don't worry too much about negative criticism, even though it hurts, and we do get a little upset about it. In the chat, in the main chat, we gripe a little bit, but then, I wanted us to kind of get out of that. So I was like, okay, listen, we're going to get negative criticism, we're going to get good criticism, and we're going to get some that's sort of a mix of both. So I just wanted I'm pretty sure I said something along the lines of, like, just take it objectively, cut it in half, dissect it, take what we can use, like, that is like, yeah, that's actually good criticism, and we could work on that, so let's work on that and move forward. And anything that's just, lol, this sucks, that's not constructive, that doesn't help us, that doesn't bring us anywhere, so we can toss it in the trash where it belongs, and then we can go and make progress and produce things. And as long as we're continuing to produce, I don't see anything wrong with what we're doing.
Yeah, if they had just flat out told me, like, wow, that scene sucked, I probably would have just been like, now hold up a second.
Hold up!
Wasn't, like, the first scene you wrote for SRC, like, rejected twice?
Well, see, that wasn't... Well, see,
Wow.
in a way, it's because...
Hey, remember that one time you got rejected?
Okay, well, see, part of the problem was that, like, the first... Hang on a sec.
I can answer this. The first couple of things King did wasn't rejected so much as, hey, buddy, you missed a couple of components that really are very, very important.
Yeah, it was just like some stuff that was just against canon, or it wasn't in the right format, or some stuff like.
Yeah, it wasn't rejection so much as, hey, buddy, fix this up a little bit. Now, the first thing that King ever wrote for this, and I'm really sorry to bring this up, he wrote, like, this, was it like a little mini fanfiction or whatever that completely, like, ignored pretty much...
Just trying to, like, get a vibe of what, like...
Get a vibe of it. It's so bad for being like, no, dude. Dude, no. Dude.
No.
No.
That's wrong.
Just-
Cut it out.
I feel bad. I feel
It was
so
also me just like trying to like show you guys how I wrote, so you could like get an idea. And you got the idea that I didn't have any of the world building in mind.
I mean, just real quick to what King was saying about Ruby being unrealistic, as stated by critics. To see people die, I mean, from a psychological standpoint, it's very reasonable for her to act like that. And I think that's what I told you before, King, that basically she was put in a state of shock. Because it's like, okay, she saw her parents die, years ago, but it's like, okay, now this is repeating. It's traumatizing. So from a psychological standpoint, it is a realistic approach, but seeing that some people viewing the game, they didn't like that it was realistic. I don't know. It's a little wishy-washy, but it's I find it to be a true realistic point.
Yeah. I think you mentioned that. I don't remember, but my memory is crap sometimes. So you probably
me too.
Did.
So when we started off Summer Rose Court, I had no idea. Like, I didn't have any set expectations of what the game would be like, and what the writing or anything would be. So we started out making this game, and then when we produced the demo, we got all sorts of feedback. Most of it was positive. It was like, hey, thank you so much for making this game. A lot of people made Let's Plays. We really appreciate all of that. We got like asks in our inbox. And then there were like a few people that said like, we don't like this or that. What generally I find is that the negative criticism is more interesting than the positive ones, because we get so much more positive ones than negative ones. It's just like these are the few people that said no. So then I sort of look at those and say, well, why are they saying no? Like, what is the core of their complaint? Like, is it like, I don't like this particular scene, I don't like how this was conveyed? Like, some people will just say it's like, it sucks. Like, okay, you can't get anything from that because it's not really helping. So you sort of have to like dig in deeper into like, okay, why are you saying it sucks? So once you figure that out, then you have the criticisms. You have like, okay, I don't like this aspect of the game, and then you think, okay, what our team is as a whole, what are our goals? Does this expectation of our game align with our goals? And if it does, then okay, it's good criticism, then we'll take it to heart. If it's not, then we can discard it and move on. And I think that's generally how we process negative criticism for our game.
Yeah, it's just if it's something that we actually think we could use as constructive criticism, and we're like, yeah, we actually could work on that. Thanks for pointing it out.
All right, well then.
I realized
Basically,
I was just
said what I
repeating what
said.
Zumbra just said, so I'm going to shut up.
Okay, so I guess now we move on to question 4 out of 3. Fractions are not
Beyond
my
all
strong suit.
expectations.
Cody!
Fractions are not my strong
We
suit.
made it. We're here.
All right. So this is a question that I thought of that you guys never addressed. I believe you never addressed in the thing. Who do all of you believe that you work with the most on your team and on a different team? So, for example, art with art and then art with music. Let's say something like that. Who do you think you work with the most though overall?
For me personally, I work with, I don't know how to say it. It's Ave or Ave.
He
Not
goes
sure how
by
you guys-
Tucker. It's pronounced
Tucker,
Tucker.
Okay. He's kind of like, yeah, I work with, well, I haven't been on the project very long. Chrissy recruited me literally the day your demo dropped. So I haven't done anything in the prologue. So I mainly work with him because I do a lot more orchestral things, I guess, than his smaller chamber stuff. I tend to like ask him a lot about like, hey, I'm going to do some recordings. You want to add on to that and such and such. Otherwise, the person I work the most with outside of this is probably Frump. Shut up, Tasha and King.
Hey.
Shut up, guys. It's she kind of like comes up with
I
ideas.
do.
Like I remember working on Ruby's coronation, and she was like, "We need this and this and this," and I said, "Okay." So then she gave music examples, and I gave music examples. We talked back and forth a bit, I guess. And for example, some of the music you'll hear a bit later on, it's mainly just me and her talking back and forth between, "What do you want? All right, I've got this. So what do you think of this shit? Yeah, it's cool. Change this." It's like, okay, so it's just mainly back and forth bickering and just not bickering, just back and forth chatting mainly. So yeah, it's Frump and Tucker. Now I'll shut up.
On the writing team, I guess the person I work most with would be Dory, because Dory. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat complaining in the background.
Fiona.
I work the most with Dory because Dory is in charge of all the shebang, and I always want to make sure that I'm following things correctly. And Dory also is working on writing a route that is pretty important. So Dory comes to me, I guess, sometimes, and we like brainstorm ideas together. And I'm always like, Dory, what do you think about this idea? Dory, what do you think about this? Like the other day, I had a fever dream or something, and I was like, Dory, what if we turn the game into a strategy game and there's battles?
I was very overwhelmed. I was like,
I pestered Zumbra with this totally random idea that that there would be like mini games and you could fight the Grim. My heart was in the right place.
very much in the right place, and it would have been it. And I mean, I personally haven't totally dismissed the idea. I'm just wondering if we can get it into a less complicated, super.
Yeah, I had a really complex idea, no, and then the rooks, you control the knights, and there's a chess theme, and yeah, whatever. And outside of writers, I work the most with, I guess, Kemi, on the art team, because Kemi is my best friend. Kemi is one of my best friends. I have a lot of best friends, okay? And I love Kemi, and we work together a lot.
So I guess, the person that I talk to the most about writing stuff, I also go to Dory a lot. Yes. Dory's got everybody coming to her yard.
Hey.
No,
everybody knows where my corner's at. Wink. Wink, wink, wink. The joke is I'm gray A.
Oh my god. Okay, so so I go to Dory because she's sort of I mean, she's not a bossy kind of boss, but I would call her boss sort of in a way. She's the friendly boss, that has the same kind of office as everybody else, and then you just go to them and hang out and be like, hey, what's up? and then
pull up a chair, Sonny. Take a cola from the ice box.
Yeah. So she's really approachable. So I go to her and be like, oh, hey, this is what I'm doing, and does this look okay? Does it look good? And then after that, I'll go into the right, and then I'll I'll usually make one little remark about the one time that I've actually submitted something for one of our deadlines, I've been okay, well, I put my thing up, and then I walk away, and then I'm because I don't want to seem like I'm just hey, everybody go look right now because I'm
I'll do it for him. I'll be like, guys, go read what Emmy put up.
Like a SpongeBob character.
That is seriously the best part of working with everyone here is when anyone, a musician puts up a new piece of music, an artist puts up a piece of art, a writer puts up a piece of the script. It's just exciting, and Zumbra is recently starting to do live streams and stuff of the programming process, and we get to hear Zumbra voice. Huh?
What? He is?
Yes, I am.
Have you not?
Yeah.
The freaking SRC tag has it.
No, see, the Summer Rose core tag is broken. It's got got 2, 3, 4. It's got numbers by the tag itself, but all I see when I click on it is your fucking post, Marsh. It's SRC team hard at work, and I've seen it for 3 weeks, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
Oh, a little note about the live streams. I try they're really quick because I'll do the live stream, and then after it's over, I'll delete my post. So.
Oh.
That's probably why you don't see it. But I'll let you know. I always usually let you know if I do
got
it.
trolled on hardcore.
Get me.
Emmy is still talking, and we just talked over Emmy. So I vote we all punch ourselves in the face right now.
Nah.
You're all trash. I'm throwing you in the dumpster.
Excuse you.
Shush. Emmy, go.
Okay.
Emmy.
So yeah, and so after like I'll put it in like the writers chat, and then I'll leave it for people to find later, and then and if I have something else that I have a question about, like I think I did this a couple of weeks ago actually, like I'll just pop into the writers chat and be like, hey, so if it's something that like overlaps with like, if it's gonna overlap with anybody else's thing, then I want to like ask for input first and like make sure that like if I'm doing something that's setting a precedent, then like, you know, I want to make sure that it'll like everybody's okay with that, or you know, something like that. And besides that, I don't really I like writing's my bag, so like I usually don't really do that much. But at the very least, like if an artist is like posting something and they want like an opinion, I'll like pop in and be like, yeah, this looks good, or like I prefer this one, or anything like that. So yeah, just whatever I can do to help. Or if like the music gets like Weiss's theme.
You guys scared me of how much you freaked out over that.
Oh god, I downloaded it to my iPod and I listened to it like on the way to the coffee shop sometimes, just to like, you know, get in the mood for it. I'm just like, but anyway, that's
I mean, because also going way back to criticism and stuff, when people were like, it sounds nothing like Mirror Mirror, because our Weiss is different, you dum-dums.
Yeah.
They want that military feel because she's a knight.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can write Weiss without having to write the exact same Weiss.
Yeah.
And also, kind of like how, I guess I can segue into my CR here, but how boring is it? Like, it's like you have an entirely new world with an entirely new history behind a character, and you're just gonna write, because I guess this is a spoiler or whatever, but it's not, it doesn't really count-ish, but Weiss isn't a fucking racist in SRC. She's not a total shitbag racist asshole. So there is no technical White Fang where she's from. So anyway, and it's just kind of like, well, this doesn't sound exactly like the show. Well, yeah, because we're not writing the show. This isn't
exactly.
This is completely new.
This is. Well, no, I wouldn't say completely new, but
Yeah.
well, yeah, I would say completely new. Anyway, King is gonna list a whole bunch of things about if we were writing the show. All right.
Makeouts.
Makeouts. Everybody makes out at least twice. Bumblebee,
Weiss.
White Rose, everybody.
A fight
Weiss.
scene in every episode.
Weiss would finally kick Jean in the nads to shut him up.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Anyway, who do I work the most with? Everybody? Question mark? Literally, I really don't have a team that's just for me. Shut the fuck up, King. I really don't have a team that I work on solely alone. I'm on the artist and the writers and I recently just got added to the musician team, which I really shouldn't be there because I don't do music at all. But I guess I work with Chrissy, Emmy, Frump, Kemi. There's so many fucking Emmys here. Like there's so many me's here. King, because he works with the podcast. Dom, who messages me like in private just to be like, hey, I did this theme. How do you like it? And all I can do is all I can do is make really inappropriate noises and get like sometimes when I give King shit for photoshops all the time. When Dom is like, hey, I did Blake's theme. How do you feel about that? I'm like, oh yeah, this is really good. But privately to Katie, I'm like, Katie, I'm so emotional over this theme.
Was that the Blake thing?
Yeah.
I actually hated that.
What?
I redid it at least 8 times because I was struggling on this freaking theme, but the final one I'm actually really happy with.
I know, God, I love it so much. It has like, let's check my iTunes. How many? It has about.
Did you just download all these?
Maybe. You don't control my life. God, the North theme. Oh my god. The North theme is so my jam. It's like literally like all of the favorite things. Anyway, that's totally not part of this question.
Oh my god, can I just say something lame real quick?
No. Say it after I'm done this. I basically work with everybody whoever has a question and wants to come to me in private comes to me in private, and I work with them. The question, Marsh, is
Wow.
Uh, oh, that's oh, Cody. My God.
I can't even
Cody-
be mad because it's accurate.
Cody said
Cody's a
burn.
sass master.
Oh,
We might
I
have to keep Cody.
Cody just threw so much shade that it was like a fucking solar eclipse in here.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, Marsh, the question was, who do you work with on your team the most, and also if there is another person from another team you work with the most, also who is that? Basically, kind of like you work on the art team, and who do you work with on the art team the most, and also if you work with anybody else, like on the music team or on the writing team, who do you work with on the most? Yeah, I can question in English very well. Thank you for asking. God, my mom's gone. I can order some Domino's. I think I'm gonna do that. Anyway, that's me giving up the CR for everybody else, and also me muting my microphone.
So, Marsh.
Oh, okay. I forgot the CI list. Okay. I hardly work with anyone, but I talk to Frump a lot.
I love it.
Excellent.
So intriguing.
Great. Concise answer. Next person. XCR.
Since I'm on the art team, I work with Kami a lot actually, but it's usually just like me showing her like the stupid things I draw and be like, appreciate me. And
Yep, I noticed me.
and I mean, I work with Dom also. It's me just telling her like, that's really good. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I play guitar. Wow. And then I work with Blaze because she's literally my wife, and we play a lot of video games. What does Blaze even do? I don't even know what she does.
What does Blaze
She's a
do?
writer.
She's 15. That's what she does.
Oh yeah.
She just kind of wandered into SRC and no one
Like-
really cared enough to tell her to leave.
I think that was my deal too.
She was left on the doorstep in a basket.
We adopted Blaze.
She's a
Little baby Blaze.
No, but seriously, Blaze is a writer, right? Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
Blaze?
I mean,
Oh, hell yeah.
Check the
She's
meta
gonna listen
doc.
to this and she's gonna hate me.
She hates all of us. Well, most
Yeah,
of
Here,
us.
here comes the divorce.
And then I also I work with King because I give him bad jokes for him to. I enable him to Photoshop some
Ha,
things.
ha, ha,
And,
ha.
it's nice. I've got a good harem going for myself.
Zumbra.
Okay, Sombra.
Okay, so before the demo, on my own team, I was working with Max the most. But then he left the team shortly after, so
Yeah, Max.
now it's just me all alone on the programming team. Now for other team,
Sorry.
King, leave.
so for other teams, it mostly depends on anything I need to add to the game, like assets. Like for instance, for the parallax in Act 2, I had to work with Rump. When we were tweaking, or I asked Kemi to add some Yang CG, sprite. I had to work with her there. For Tucker, when I was adding some music into Act 1, had to adjust the volume a little bit for that. And just one name that's escaping. Oh, right, Chrissy for the Act 1 edits. Those were really good, actually. I really liked. So it depends on what we're putting into the game. So that affects who I have to work with.
So Zumbra is like also like Dory's, you know, how Dory works with everybody. Zumbra's, you know, Papa programmer.
Pretty much. Zumbra is like literally the papa of the project. This
So
got a really awkward silence. I swear to God.
I'm sorry. What's next?
You
If
got
everybody's
mushy on
answered
us, Dory.
this- One mushy moment. If everybody's done answering the question, it's time to go to lightning round questions. Come on.
That way, nobody can go on any tangents. Nobody can Nobody can.
No
We're
CRs.
good.
Just answer the question and done. Go.
We'll do it in order from going clockwise from Cody. So Tasha, then Marsh, then King, then Dom, then Emmy, then Chrissy, then Zumbra, and then me, I guess.
Okay, write the order
Yeah,
down.
write that
I've
order
already
down.
forgotten.
Write that down.
Because some of
I've
our
already
Skype-
Write that
forgotten.
I'm writing it.
Okay, good.
Woo! Lightning round, go.
Go, Cody.
All right. Glad I saved all the discussion questions for now. Are you guys surprised by the success of SRC?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I expect.
One no.
No.
Absolutely not. If nobody has a concrete answer, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Because we're a group of talented people. We're doing something that nobody else in the fandom is doing. Except, I think someone now is making a Juniper game. So that's really cool, and I'm looking forward to that. But otherwise, we're doing something really unique. It's music. It's basically, you know, someone it was Cody compared it to a moving comic, which is a pretty cool way to describe it. There's going to be more choices down the line. I mean, we're awesome. Why wouldn't people like
a
it?
super interactive fan fiction. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, Chrissy, could you link the Juniper game?
I just see. I have only seen artwork for it,
Balls deep.
Okay.
and I see it in the tag every so often. But if I do get a link, I'll be sure to share it again.
Please do. This is very intriguing. Also, my answer to Cody's questions is yes.
Yeah, mine too.
yes.
Mine is like yes and no,
Yes.
because I mean, a lot of people love Ruby, so it's not that big of a surprise that people would love like a homemade Ruby game.
Also, we have Chrissy to promo it.
Everything I touch turns to popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Pretty
have so
much.
many Tumblr famous people.
This is true.
Not
we do
me.
have a whole lot of.
It's okay, Marsh. I feel your pain.
I'm currently like on that cusp of popular and not. Probably leaning more towards not.
I have a lot of followers, but they don't do anything for me. They just,
Okay, yeah, we're tangenting. We're tangenting.
No tangents.
Go,
Lightning
lightning
round,
round.
go.
I just want to say really quick that Emmy is super popular on the RP spectrum. Okay, there we go. Done.
Oh, thank you.
Got that out.
True.
All right.
I'm
True.
popular in that people hate what I make. And love.
That's unpopular.
Makes me scream.
That's infamous, bruh.
Cody, go.
I'm not popular, so I'm going to add in like 2 people to your view count. What is your personal favorite part about SRC for all of you?
What?
Personal
What is
favorite part about SRC?
The friends!
All these nerds.
All these nerds that are now my friends and all my senpais that I'm...
The opportunity to broaden our horizons and work with other people that we would not maybe normally work with, and in a manner that we would not normally work in.
Understanding American food.
Learning about top pairs.
Finding out about drop pairs, yeah.
And my favorite part is working with people supremely more talented than me in areas that I'm not talented in. I'm pretty vain, so I consider myself a good writer, or great writer, I guess. I don't know. I'm a good writer. I'm not a bad writer. I'm an okay writer. But I can't draw for shit. And we have some really talented artists here. We have some really talented musicians. We have some really talented. We have a talented programmer.
One singular programmer.
And podcast recorder and 8 other things.
My answer is going to basically mirror Emmy's and Chrissy's.
And my answer, I'm gonna cop out and just say same
Cop
for Emmy, Chrissy, and Zumbra's.
Dude,
Okay.
just working together on this has been so surreal. Just throwing that
Feel
out there.
the friendship.
Yeah, we're
Don't
just
own
making
me
something
anymore.
really cool. We're making something really cool, so I love all of it. I love every single part of it.
Like
Yeah.
recently we were talking and then someone brought up like, hey, we're making a game. Like we still actually can't believe that.
Very true. Recently I was riding with my mom, and and she's like, "So Dory, what about that video game that you were making?" And I was like, "Oh my god! First of all, you remember that? Second of all, oh my god!"
Okay.
King, sorry.
King.
I was gonna
King's
add that
mad.
I also had a different answer instead of the cop out answer.
Oh my
That
god! Are
it's
you really gonna harp on that?
You can bring that up again.
Running with your mouth is.
that it's also really cool for all of us to, like, all of us that, as far as I can tell, none of us are professionals at what we're doing unless someone just became professional and they didn't tell me. So it's really cool for all of us to be making this game, and, like, in the future, we can be like, hey, you know that Summer Rose Court thing? I helped with that. Well, Zumbra apparently is a professional.
Zumba is. He tells us about all the business trips that he has to go on. Did you not catch that?
Yeah.
I actually have a business trip I think planned later this month or next
You
month.
do from September 15th to the 19th. I remember that shit.
See, I
Dumb
don't
studying
remember
to be
these things.
professional.
Well, studying to be and being one are very subtle differences.
Hello, I am the resident professional cosplayer.
I'm the professional terrible person.
We're all
All right,
nerds,
so
is
we're
what he's
all
getting at.
professionals. We're all
Okay.
professionals then.
Yeah, did everyone
Yeah,
answer?
We're good, I think.
Next question.
I'm a
All right.
professional amateur.
If you could work with anyone, and that's not including in here, in your career field, or in whatever field you're working on SRC in, who would it be?
Tamora
Natalie
Pierce.
Dormer.
Tamora Pierce.
Fuck.
Can we just bring Tamora Pierce in? That would be great.
Tamora Pierce.
Monty Ohm!
Monty! Oh,
Bounty Neum.
Bounty Neum!
Why all this yelling? No yells.
Guys, can we go in order?
Tumblr user Rockets.
Not Miles.
Funblade.
As an artist, I think it would be just from anyone from the professional world. I mean, my favorite artist is Wyland. He's a marine life artist, and I've met him various times, and he's a very nice guy, and he's someone that would be very cool to work with. Yeah. Woo!
Monty
Dude,
Ohm.
seriously, Haku. Tumblr user Rockets works on Ruby. Amazing artist. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're actually the lead artist on Ruby.
Yes.
So, I would like them to be here.
Bounty Neum, and apologize if you hear some ice cream truck music outside
Hear
because
it.
there
Yeah, I
actually is
Neo.
an ice cream truck
Neo.
outside.
Theo!
I'll give you
Oh,
10
that's
everyone.
Look, it's an ice cream truck!
Holy motherfuck! It's an ice cream truck!
But I say
Get out of
Monty
this
Ohm as a
umbrella.
joke answer. I actually don't have any industry people that I particularly look up to. But yeah, that's.
Because you're better than them.
I'm not. I wish.
Wow.
Hardcore answer from Tumblr user Zumbra.
I would, basically being a musician, I would love to have worked with Wagner or Beethoven from the day.
Oh.
But I guess people who aren't dead, I would love to
I
work
was about to
with.
say that may be difficult, Dom.
Obviously Jeff Williams, the man, is a god in his own
Man,
right.
himself.
Also Hans Zimmer,
John
definitely
Powell.
Hans Zimmer. Just all these amazing musicians, and
Jeremy
Rachel
Soule.
Scarson, call me.
Ivory.
Yeah.
Ivory.
Ivory.
Senpai. Ivory is a senpai. Just like everyone in the Night of Torment. I mean,
You're-
Kay, Ivory, and Carol. I want them here.
My senpai, Chrissy.
Aw, I love you.
I am my own senpai. You cannot have a senpai until you become your own senpai.
So, I would also love working with Imani because, he seems really disciplined, and, I feel like that's something that I need in my life. And so if I was
Yeah.
going to work with somebody, then I'd want to work with somebody that could, their best qualities could be what I needed, and my best qualities could be what they needed. I don't know. But I don't think he needs anything from me.
Emmy, I missed who it was. Who do you want to work with? Their name?
Manu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
He is super, super disciplined and hardworking. It's really inspirational.
And he can dance.
And he can dance.
And
I know.
he can dance.
So you guys want to
Do you
work
know
with
how I
Monty,
feel
but I want to
about
work with
dancing?
Sheena.
Oh yeah, he doesn't get any sleep. Poor Monty.
We love you, Monty. But next question, if everybody's answered.
I haven't.
Oh, sorry, doll, go.
I
Wow.
yelled earlier, but I would really love to work with Funblade. I mean, just because. God damn it, Emmy! Why didn't you just yell out that?
I did, but people yelled over me. That's okay. Don't worry about
God
it.
damn it, everybody! Why?
Emmy,
Why
be
we all
more
gotta yell?
assertive.
I tried. I said it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Basically just Funblade. I would love to collab with Funblade one day. Just hint.
Invite them!
No, I mean they're very busy. They're very busy doing Funblade things. I don't know what that entails, but they're
But
probably
Bring
very
lots
Funblade
of people.
busy.
things.
Anyway, sorry.
Let everybody know.
Yeah, go.
Did
Next
Emmy have
question.
anything else to
Lightning
say?
round.
Wait, did Emmy go? We are
Just
strong
move-
arming
Let's
Emmy.
move on. Let's move
Yep.
on.
Eh,
Next
Okay,
question. Go, go, go.
lightning round.
All right. So, what is the question that you get asked the most?
When is it going to come out?
Can I join the team?
Can I join the team? Not exactly
guys-
phrased like that, but
I
that's
can't
a
do
recurring
this or this
question.
or that or anything, but if you want me on the team, then please have me on the team.
Yeah.
I can't do anything that you need, but please put me on the team.
I
I mean-
personally get asked, can I have your music? I get asked that a lot by people who aren't in SRC.
Huh. Cool.
What's that even mean?
No, it's not mean at all. Or
No,
people are
what's-
like, hey, can I
What
record
does
with
it
you?
mean?
Oh, okay, like
Oh.
I
that.
get that a lot as well.
Why is it called Enabler?
Didn't I ask that in like the main chat once? I was like, why? I don't
I
understand.
remember that. I remember Katie once asked me that. She was like, Lori, why is it called Enabler? And I'm like, oh, hun.
Fun. Babe, I love
Oh,
but
hun. And I told her the whole story. And she was like, oh, that makes sense.
Oh god.
We actually don't get asked that a lot about characters
That's just-
looking a little different.
I noticed that in a lot of my tags, lately people have been like, I don't get why Blake is black, or why is Blake dark skinned in this, or why is Yang dark skinned in this, or why aren't they all pasty white mayonnaise? I don't
So
I
in
mean,
response,
Yang grew up in the
Diversity.
desert.
yeah.
Sorry.
So in response, Kemi made Yang even darker.
It's very true. It's very true. It's like, okay, you want to play this game? Just made everything 20% darker.
That's how you
Love
do
it.
King.
Okay, I was gonna bring up the point that in SRC, Yang lives in the middle of a desert. So if she were mayonnaise skinned, she would have skin cancer before she was like 3. And
I'm not quite
be
sure that's how it
surprised she's not
works.
black too.
Yeah.
That's not exactly how it works, but I get what you're saying. And it also drives home the point that Ruby is not from there. She looks very, very different.
Mhm.
So
oh my god, Ruby, why are you white?
Yeah,
you can't just ask.
Brenda, you can't just ask people why they're white. That is actually the commentary I wrote when I wrote
This
that
is
scene.
true. Oh my
And
god.
Lucy Kilgram.
Sombra.
The question I get asked the most is this available on Android or Windows,
Yeah.
Microsoft Service, or some other thing that we haven't made it out for yet?
Be interesting to put it on Android.
So what's the answer?
It's possible, actually. I think in the future we might be able to, but I'll have to look into it. Like RenPy will actually support like producing an Android version of it.
Oh,
That's
Again, I have to
awesome.
look into
Put
it
it on the
first.
Vita.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's put it on the Vita, though. Let's
And-
use. I mean, like for everybody who bought the $300 Persona 4 Golden machine.
anybody else?
No.
I just
Comment
don't get
questions
asked
again?
questions.
Yeah.
Nobody talks to me.
I'm not popular enough yet.
I'll talk to you guys. I'll just spam your inboxes with questions now.
Dang it.
I'll spam them
Shit.
with dick butt.
I won't actually do it. I'm lazy. All right. So, for anybody keeping track with math, this will be question number 9, but it's also the final question because I fucked up. So,
Yay!
So there were
Fucked
bad.
up, but-
I was partially right.
Question 9 out of 3.
all right. So, at the end of the day, when all is said and done, what is the biggest piece of advice that all of you can give?
Don't fuck shit up.
Wow.
Don't be an asshole.
That's good. Follow your dreams.
Thank
No,
you, Tori.
but more
Practice.
seriously, don't be afraid to put your ideas into action. Even if you think like, oh, no one's gonna like this AU idea of mine. No one's gonna follow it. Do it. Just fucking do it. Do it. Do it. Just fucking
Wait,
do it, because you have no idea. Even if you think like it's not gonna, even if you think nobody will pay attention, somebody will pay attention. Somebody will be like, oh my god, that's super cool. And then somebody will be like, hey, I'm gonna take this super cool concept and mock it up as a visual novel. And then you're gonna be like, haha, this would be really funny if this happened. And then someone else super cool with a really awesome voice is gonna be like, hey, I can actually do this.
Multitask
And then you're
like
gonna
mad.
and then you're gonna be like, hey, just jokingly, how everybody who would be interested in coming to this? And then like 30 people are gonna be like, sup? And and then you're gonna be, doing a podcast at 6:38 p.m. on August 23rd, 2014. Blah, blah, blah. You guys know where I'm going with this. It's very obvious where I'm going.
Thank you for that.
Literally follow your dreams, because when you follow your dreams, and that's probably really like corny or whatever, I don't care. When you follow your dreams, you get total friendship, pretty much. You get a whole shitload of friends. Shut my little SRC. My little Ruby. Alright, no. Seriously, if you have an idea, even if you think that it's not good, it is good. Do it.
Trust us.
Do it. Just trust me, who came up with this for a fucking Ask Blog question, and now it's a whole goddamn video game. I gotta call my girlfriend, so this is a preemptive signing off if I don't get to come back with the sign off. So I love you guys so much. That's gay. I love everybody who was talking here. Thank you for interviewing me, Cody, and also other people that were also interviewed. I'm very sorry. The Bae, she needs me.
Okay.
Later, nerd.
Later, assholes.
I'll fight you.
That was very.
We love you, Tit God.
Look at Dory. She's such a significant other. What a nerd.
Dom, you next, right?
Okay, yeah. I'll sign after this. But yeah, these industries are very difficult to get into. The music industry is very hard. I'm sure the art industry is very hard. These are all difficult industries to get into. So whatever you do, same with Dory, believe in the media believes in you. Do not give up. Like, for me personally, I actually don't do very well in my field. I'm not a very good composer in university standards. I get turned down a lot. But whatever you do, just keep putting it out there. Get a SoundCloud if you're a musician. I put shitty MIDI files online. Just keep putting everything out there. Do not stop. Someone's going to like it. And I had these stupid arrangements like, what if I turn a fast pace from Shadows to smooth jazz? How would that react? It has over 1,000 plays. Just keep doing it. Don't give up. Just keep going. Don't ever stop. And don't let the anonymous people, don't let the idiots behind the computer tell you that you're not worth it, because you in your heart know that you are definitely worth what you do. Don't you ever second guess or doubt yourself ever in life. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to go back to bed because it's nearly 10 a.m. in the morning.
Bye, our dearest Australian.
Dang it,
All right.
Dom.
Later, mates.
America.
Shut up, King.
One of us.
Don't let the drop bears get you.
I am
Come
the
to the
drop
cool
bear,
kids
Chrissy.
time zone.
All right, laters, guys.
That was
That's
actually
my secret
inspiring.
SRC. That's my secret SRC. I am the drop bear.
King dropped there.
King, you're next.
All right, I'm sort of stealing this from something I had read on Tumblr, but it's really good advice, so I'm going to share it with you. I just really wish I knew who I was taking it from so I could link it back to it. But especially to writers, and I'm sure this, in some way, shape, or form, this could apply to anyone, but specifically with writers, I read this thing where it said that when you start writing something, don't expect it to be perfect. And the line that stuck with me is that your first draft isn't supposed to be perfect. Your first draft just wants to be written. And that is still really good advice for me, even though I've been writing since like 13, because every now and again I have to just remind myself of that my first draft is going to be terrible, but it needs to get written down so I have a first draft, and then I can make it not terrible. So that's what you got to do. You just got to get the mediocre framework down, and then you start turning the mediocre framework into better framework, and then mediocre finished product, and then great finished product. So just keep going. I feel like I need to keep giving a stirring speech, so someone start talking before I start rambling. Zumbra.
Okay.
Zumbra, go.
Learn to be patient and learn to be comfortable with chaos, because lots of things are going to be going on, and you'll need to take into account all those things, and you need to say, okay, if all this stuff's going on, how can I organize it in such a way that makes sense to me and the team as a whole? Because like oftentimes when things happen, what I find happens is one person knows it really well, but everyone else is confused about it. So you sort of have to like learn to communicate that. The end.
Hey,
Cash?
well, since I'm so great at words, I kind of forgot what I was going to say. But, I mean, at first, putting yourself out there is going to be very uncomfortable if you're not already doing it. But you have to learn that putting yourself and your work and what you want to do out there is a part of your life and a part of learning. And you need to be able to hold social relations well to improve on yourself. And I mean, even with this whole SRC team, everything, making friends, I mean, I've definitely opened up a lot more, not just as a person, but also as an artist. And it's been great. And I think all I can say is you need to put yourself out where you are not comfortable, and you will learn how to deal with it and become comfortable, and all around you will become a better person, and you will grow up to be a wise old fart. Yeah.
That eats at Quiznos.
Yeah. Eat at Quiznos. It's shit, I think. I've never been there.
It's the food of
Great.
You've never been
And that was
there.
our advertisement for the day.
Paid advertisement by Quiznos. Not actually paid.
So
haven't
remind
made us
everybody
yet.
that this podcast is brought to you by Quiznos.
Me.
Toasty. Why is Snapchat opening on my phone?
Yeah,
Emmy.
Sorry.
Emmy.
probably me.
Okay, so I think like the most important piece of advice I have to give is also something that I sort of have to take to heart myself a lot, is that it's really, really important, like when you're getting stuck looking in on yourself a lot and like judging yourself and that sort of thing, to like maybe just take a step away from it and like, you know, leave your work behind for just a little bit and go read and enjoy and appreciate like somebody else's stuff and let their things inspire you too. Because if you try to like make it a competition like with everybody, then you're always going to be really you're going to feel a lot more stressed and be a lot less happy than if you can go out and genuinely like let yourself be awed and inspired by what other people make. Because most of the world is going to be stuff that other people make, and it's not going to all just be you. So, you know, if the sooner that you get into the mindset of being able to like go and appreciate other people's stuff, like there's inspiration and things like that all around. So it's really, really important to be looking for that and keep reading if you're a writer, and like look at how they structure things and look at it and enjoy it, and you know like read it for fun, read it to analyze it, but just do something that's like away from your work for a little while, and then you'll be a lot happier of a person. And like even the things that you make that you're not entirely happy with, like they still came from you, and like don't just throw it away like right away. Just like let it stew for a little bit, go back and read it like with fresh eyes or something, or look at it with fresh eyes, and then it'll be like it'll still something that came from you, and that's what makes it special.
Beautiful.
And that's all.
Yeah. So like it doesn't matter what you do, like writing, art, drawing, like making music, just do not ever stop practicing. It's just all experience, and it's all just like putting yourself out there, and you have to just keep trying no matter what you do, and that's basically the essence of everything. Chrissy.
Oh, I'm next?
Yeah.
Okay. What I have to say is just whatever it is that you want to do, the thing you want to write, the thing you want to build, the game you want to program, whatever you want to do, just do it. There's no way, you can't grow, you can't progress if you don't practice. And you know, if you do your first draft and, you know, in all likelihood it's going to be shit, whatever. I mean, that's how it goes for me. I have a lot of writing that is not good at all. But, you know, if you write something that's shitty and you know it's shitty, then use it as fertilizer for your second draft, you know? I mean, there's no such thing as wasted
That
work.
is a good analogy.
It's practice. Practice is never a waste. You know, practice makes progress, as Kay likes to say. And, you know, learn to take criticism well. Learn to compartmentalize what you can take with you, you know, and what is garbage. You know, don't weigh yourself down. Cut out the fat. Take what you can use and then use it. And then, you know, grow. And you'll grow so high that, you know, those criticisms won't even be able to touch you anymore.
You can
And
see over the
also,
haters.
and then also just have confidence in yourself. no, if you say, oh, everything I do is awful, then, people are going to take your word for it. Everything I do is bad. No one cares about me. No one wants to hear my ideas. No one ever pays attention to me. Well, of course not. If you're going to be a ray of fucking sunshine about it, I mean, just do what you got to do. Practice, put yourself out there, get out of your comfort zone, and go and do it. Do the thing. And that's it.
Is that everybody?
No, I'm like, wow, my advice was just like, ugh.
What's the writing?
I don't know, I'll probably write a Tumblr post and then you guys can link it where I actually have cohesive thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
smart.
late. This is all anyone's gonna remember you for.
Yeah, you're only Quiznos. That's it.
I know, I'm only Quiznos.
Quiznos for
Okay.
now and forever.
So, was that the last question?
That was the last question that I had. All 9 imaginary 10.
9 out
of
of 3.
Math is hard, okay? 9 out of 3. Also 9 out of 10. So on both accounts, neither number was correct.
It's okay. As soon as you enter SRC, nothing is the same.
I noticed that too. As soon as I joined the group chat for this thing.
Yeah, we're a wild bunch. But anyway, Cody,
Just a
thank you
nuisance.
so much for coming onto the podcast, and thanks
Yeah.
so much for being awesome with your YouTube channel. And I look forward to seeing what else you put out.
Yeah.
Thanks for tolerating me.
And for everyone listening in, thanks for being here and sticking with us this long. So this is Zextrian signing out, and goodbye.
Later.
Okay, since nobody else is going, this is Emmy signing off because, just because, actually. I'm signing out because we're done. That's anyway, Emmy signing out. Thanks, Cody, for being here. Great.
This is Umbra. It was nice talking to you all. I'll be signing out later.
Hi.
This is Jejuna, and I'm signing out because fuck Quiznos.
This is Marsh, and I refuse to conform to your signing out bullshit, so I'm leaving. Bye.
All right, I think it's just me now. So, this is Cody Knight 22. Follow me on Tumblr and stuff. Go while they're not paying attention. And yeah, this is me signing out, and you'll never see me again. So, see ya.
And this is King signing out. We'll see you whenever we can actually manage another podcast. So hopefully soon.
We might have Cody back one more time. We never know.